Hey Aquarius, welcome to my channel. Aquarius, this is going to be a collective energy for the sign of Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and other strong placements. Let's see what's going on with your energy, Aquarius. I have a moon in Aquarius. And they're asking me to share what's been coming up for me. Moon is emotion. The moon represents emotion. And it's Cancer energy. And with this full moon in Aries, I think I've had a few revelations about how I process emotion. And this is because of my moon in Aquarius. Aquarius, you are an air sign. And it's very difficult for you, not difficult, it's just not in your nature to express emotion openly. So what will happen is, you often mask emotion, or you bury it, or you hide it, but it's stored internally. So it's still, something that's going on for you internally, but you don't necessarily express it on the outside, and therefore you don't get the emotional support that you do need, or maybe you've never had that emotional support in your life. So you also then tend to hold on to whatever's going on in your world, and everyone thinks that on the outside everything is fine and you've got your shit together, but actually what's going on for you, Aquarius, is you are breaking down on the inside, and it builds up to a point where you can end up having panic attacks, or just nervous breakdown energy, because you're not processing emotion consistently. And with my moon in Aquarius, I do this particularly well, is I block emotion, but it never goes away. So there will be moments where suddenly something will activate that emotion, and then it becomes, almost to a point of being overwhelming to deal with. So they asked me to share that with you, Aquarius. So it's important to find your tribe, find the people that you can talk to, that you can express your emotion to. And that doesn't always have to be family. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you. Spirit, please and thank you for the sign of Aquarius. Messages of love and guidance. Messages of love and light. Negative energy must leave my space now. Thank you, and please, Spirit, messages of protection. Please bring in protective energy into the reading. Help me channel what Aquarius needs to hear the most right now. Okay, sometimes very specific messages come through, Aquarius. Sorry, for some reason I am not able to talk. It's like my throat is getting blocked. This could be happening for you. It could also just be that the energy feels particularly heavy or draining. But I'm feeling a block in communication, and again, it's probably why they asked me to share, what I've been processing about how I express emotion. It's difficult for you to express, Aquarius, and as an air sign, you do communicate very well. It's one of your strengths. Writing and communication is one of your strengths. But when it comes to expressing personal matters of the heart, things that upset you or bother you, you tend to hold on to that, and it can make you feel physically ill as well, Aquarius. I've been saying that for a lot of the signs this week, so it seems to be a theme coming up for a lot of the collective, is this inability to express emotion or to spiritually bypass. That's actually what it is. You know, there is a toxic positivity that I pick up in people sometimes when you know that this is not the reality of the situation. And the one thing that really peeves me is when people say, you know, just relax or just calm down or cheer up. You know, you've got so much to be grateful for. Yes, all of those things are true, but there's also a very important space and time for acknowledging when you are not okay. And the problem is that, you know, if you are or have been strong all your life, or that's, you know, the mask you've had to wear in order to survive, and it becomes a survival mechanism or defense mechanism, even a protective mechanism, then when you do break down or when you do have a moment, it shocks people and it makes people very uncomfortable because they're not used to you in that way. And then suddenly you are overreacting or you are psychotic, or, you know, that's the feedback you get when people are suddenly shocked, you know, when you do express your truth. So that's probably why, you know, my throat was, and now that I've said that, it's cleared. It's cleared slightly. Okay, so Aquarius, I'm going to draw 6 cards and then we'll see what's going on for you. For the sign of Aquarius, please and thank you. What do they need to know? 2 of Cups energy. Beautiful energy. This could be a partnership, a romantic partnership or a business partnership. It's very reciprocal. It's actually on a spiritual level as well. So this person or the situation, it could even be a situation that you are energetically flowing with, is doing a lot of healing work in your space, is bringing in healing for you, is what I'm feeling, Aquarius. This could be a partner that you don't normally, or that you wouldn't normally choose. It's not your usual type, but your differences blend and your differences inspire each other and support each other. And both of you have the ability to manifest and co-create very big things, is what I'm sensing, is what I'm feeling with this energy. You see how they are giving into both of these cups. You feed each other emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I was just having a conversation with a good friend of mine, Anna, and talking about how, you know, it's difficult sometimes when there is a lack of, whether it's masculine or feminine energy in your space. In this case, we were talking about masculine energy and how important it is to have that energy or that person, and even that energy within yourself, to be able to hold space and be kind and make you feel that you are held. And yes, we do have to give those things to ourselves, but it's beautiful when there's another energy that comes in and says, you know what, I've got this. Like, you don't have to stress anymore. You don't have to. Sorry, Aquarius, I'm getting emotional. You don't have to do this on your own, is what I'm feeling with this energy. So that's beautiful energy. What else for Aquarius? Wow, wish fulfillment. So this definitely could be a partnership. Business partnership, romantic partnership. Something is going on here that's bringing you a lot of wish fulfillment, Aquarius. The 9 of Cups energy it's just before the 10 of Cups. It's complete emotional fulfillment. Cups are emotion. And the 9 of Cups is about, going after your dreams. And with this Aries full moon, I think what it has done for many of the zodiac signs is ignite and spark up a period of pause, a period of deadening. You might have felt uninspired in the last couple of weeks, Aquarius, but what the energy is bringing in now is inspiration, muse. You feel like creating again, you feel like stepping into your vision, into your wish fulfillment. You're finding your treasure again, and your treasure, what you're realizing is that it is within you. And this could be, someone coming in, and a friend, a colleague, reminding you of, your power and your divinity and your worthiness. Because I do feel that for some of you, there was a period of, going through a bit of feelings of being unworthy. Sorry, a mosquito, like in the middle of the daytime, just bit me on my arm. Okay, what else for Aquarius? 5 of Wands. So there's some conflict here around this, and there could be a lot of drama going on for you right now, Aquarius. 5 of Wands is fire energy. It is, different opinions. It is unhealthy competition. Everyone being out for themselves. Everyone trying to be in the limelight. Fighting for the flame. You see how they're all stepping on each other, and it's just chaos. It's chaotic energy. It's drama. It's who's going to be seen first, who's going to be recognized first. It's very, unhealthy ego is what I'm feeling. It's toxic energy, and you might be finding that you find yourself in situations where you're experiencing this at the moment, where there's this competition for space and competition for the limelight. And you're over it, Aquarius, because what you do realize is that there's enough for everybody, but there are certain people that are in a scarcity consciousness or scarcity mindset. And so, when we are in that kind of consciousness, what happens is that we feel like we have to fight for achievement and fight for being seen, and that there's not enough. So, you've got to trample on people, you've got to do whatever you can so that you come out on top. It's not a nice energy, and this could also be opinions and drama about this energy, about, for you, Aquarius. People could be, envious of what you are busy with and what you are creating. And so you might sense this energy. Maybe it's not even physical or manifesting physically in your environment, but you do sense it energetically, is what I'm feeling. I heard evil eye. It's like evil eye. In Hindi, we say it's najar. And it's when, you are visible, when you put yourself out there and you celebrate your success. It's unpopular opinion, but being successful, and, even if your family isn't, or even if your friends aren't, standing in your shine and embracing your shine and being successful and standing in your power and owning your space and walking the walk, is okay. You don't have to dim your light down to make other people feel more comfortable. And I do feel like you're stepping into a chapter, Aquarius, where you're evolving. You're evolving, and there's this golden energy, this golden light around you. And it's visible. People can actually sense it, even if it's not visible. You don't have to be intuitive to know that there's something. Excuse me. I always say that when I sneeze, and it does happen, when I'm saying something that is of truth, usually my confirmation is sneezing or my tummy starts rumbling. So if you do hear that in the reading, Aquarius, just know that when I'm doing energy work, for some reason, my tummy just starts rumbling. It is this golden energy, and people can sense it, and not everyone is going to be happy for you. That's just the reality, Aquarius. They might seem happy on the outside, but you can receive thought waves from people that might be thinking ill, of you as you step out into your glory. And it's their own insecurity, it's not you, it's not about you, Aquarius. But what you can tend to do is then play small or hide your energy so that you don't offend the people around you, or you don't make other people feel insecure. And that is not how, you shouldn't be afraid of standing in your light. Shining your light doesn't take away from anybody else. In fact, it gives them permission to shine as well. And that's something that Derek Grant just posted yesterday, or I came across that post yesterday, but it was a revelation I had yesterday morning when I woke up. I had this renewed energy and renewed feeling of worthiness that I deserve the best for myself, and I'm going to put everything into, working on that and achieving the best for myself and choosing for myself. It's not selfish. It is for me. And if other people don't want to step into that energy, that's their free will. That's their choice. But I'm not going to let that allow me to dim anymore. Queen of Swords energy, exactly. That's just the energy I was in now. It's like, and this is Libra energy. It's air energy, but it is also your energy, Aquarius, because it is air energy and it's communication. And exactly the way I said it just now, it's Queen of Swords energy. It's like, I am going to own my throne. I am going to sit on this throne. I'm going to own it. I'm going to shine. And I'm drawing clear boundaries around myself and not allowing any naysayers into my space, not allowing people that do not serve me, that do not reciprocate, not serve me as in like servant energy, but serve my highest good and serve my vision and my purpose. Anyone that is not supporting that, please and thank you, to the left. Swipe left. And it can seem like a cold energy, and that's why I say this is very much also your energy, Aquarius. You can come across as very aloof and cold, but it's not cold. The Queen of Swords is actually very, very kind. She's just brutally honest in a respectful way, and she knows where to draw her boundaries. And it's healthy boundaries, and I'm feeling that for a lot of the signs, it's a spiritual hygiene and energetic hygiene that is coming through. Not to allow anybody to, disrupt your vision, your path, and your space. To stand in your power and to communicate that, to express that. Again, this throat chakra energy is showing itself is being able to express yourself and express your truth. And if that offends people, then this is not for me. The people that stick around and understand you are the ones that, you need to keep in your space right now. And at the bottom of the deck, I still have 2 more cards to pull, but the Ace of Swords, I normally put the deck face down, but for some reason it was face up, and the Ace of Swords is at the bottom, which is also a card of truth. And it's taken you many cycles to be able to stand in your truth, Aquarius. 3 of Wands. So your ships are coming in, Aquarius. 1 more card. Wow. Yes, you definitely are co-creating a vision with your people, with your tribe. I think you're finding new tribe members, Aquarius. You're finding new people that support your vision, that work on it together, that weave with you, that create with you. It's a beautiful energy, you know, it's a happy energy. This is, it's like silk, I just heard. It's a tapestry, it's a web, and what spiders do with that web energy is manifest and call in what they need. You're spinning, you're manifesting, you're creating, and your ships are going to come in because of this consistency that you're showing. I do feel like you need to pull your energy back a little bit from people, places, things, and just pause. You've planted seeds, you are planting seeds, and now it's waiting, you know, for that to develop into something and to land on fertile ground. And you do have to plant many seeds before you do find who your tribe members are and where your seeds are going to land. And there will be a few, you know, attempts where you can feel like, you know, this is failing, or I am a failure, or why didn't I see this coming? But that's exactly what happens, you know, when you think of nature. Not every seed takes root. And it's because of the conditions, it's because of what's happening in the environment. So not everyone is going to be accepting or be supportive of, you know, what you are trying to do, Aquarius, but that's okay. And that's why I think for your own sanity and for your own sense of peace and being kind to yourself, there's a pause that's needed here from everything and anyone, just a retreat as you wait for, you know, this manifestation to take hold. What I'm also feeling here is that it's okay to rest as well, Aquarius. It's okay to take a day off. It's okay to replenish your energy when that is needed. The last card that has come out for you, and that's beautiful energy, that's Leo energy. Look at that. I don't even have to explain that image. It's a card of victory. It's being acknowledged, it's being seen, and Leos love to be seen, right? So that's why this is a Leo card. The spotlight is on you. And this can go one of two ways. And it's not that it's validation, and validation is important. It's wonderful to receive validation. I love it. I lap it up. The problem with validation is when we become attached to it and when it affects our mood, whether it's there or not. If it starts affecting your mood, and if you start moving in a way or taking action in a way that's looking, where the intent is to receive validation, that's when it becomes a problem. But when you are doing things in alignment and for yourself, for your vision, working towards your purpose, and putting or creating and putting out there what is in alignment and what is authentic for you, then the validation that you get is a what's the word? I can't find the word. Is a bonus. It's just a bonus consequence, but it's not the intent of why you are doing it. It's very different, and that's what I'm also learning about validation is. For many, and this is something I did for the longest time, and I'm still working on this, is working hard and proving myself, but not for myself, for what others will say about me or what others will think about me. That was a hard truth to land for me, how important, you know, that validation was. And we can associate validation with love. And so you can become attached to it and addicted to it in a way. You know, it's your likes on social media, it's your stunning profile picture, it is, and all of those things are perfectly fine. It's just that if the intent behind it is for you and is not for external validation. There's a big difference between those two ways of creating. But you are being seen and you are being acknowledged, Aquarius, for the work that you are doing. Just be wary again, and I am picking up energy. I am picking up this energy of, and again, it's reaching, for the spotlight, for the fire. Wanting to be in the spotlight. But, when you do it this way, and you're not building in authenticity, and you're operating from a place of manipulation and, unhealthy competition and greed, then you are going to get burned. But with this energy here, and that's the thing also about putting yourself out there, is there will be many more energies. So if you weren't putting yourself out there, you're not following your dream, you're not living your life to the fullest. And when I say put yourself out there, I don't mean on social media. I mean stepping out in your authentic energy. If you choose to do that, you become more visible, and as you step into your light, you become more prone or vulnerable to dark energy. That's just how it works. And dark energy doesn't have to be voodoo. It doesn't have to be spell work. That's a misconception. I'll demystify it for you. It's as simple as a negative thought that someone has and that cords to you. And then, it can start affecting how you think as well. It's energetic. It doesn't have to happen in the physical world. It doesn't have to be a text. It doesn't have to be something someone said to you. Energy is extremely powerful. So as you put yourself out there, be mindful of who you are sharing with as well, Aquarius. Because again, not everyone is going to be happy for you. But I do, this beautiful energy. I mean, look at this. I want to end this reading with this energy for you is, it's success. It is complete success. It's standing in your power. It's calling in partnerships that align with you, calling in partnerships that support, calling in love. Anything that is not aligned with this energy is going to naturally fall away, and that's the Queen of Swords energy. Please and thank you to the left. It naturally happens. You'll find that you don't even have to physically do it or block people or cut people off. Your energy will do it for you. Beautiful, Aquarius. I want to now get an oracle card for you to end this beautiful reading for Aquarius. Please and thank you. Messages of guidance, a message of guidance for Aquarius to close off this reading. Whoa, that flipped over. Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. Wow, this is Empress energy. It is Taurus energy. You could have strong Taurus placements. What it is earth energy. It's grounded energy. So it's really important. Again, I was talking about this pause, Aquarius. It's really important for you to nourish yourself and to take a pause when you need to feel loved, the self-love and comforted. Do things that make you feel grounded. When you are also stepping out into the world and into your authenticity, it can be, because it's, especially if it's not something you're used to doing, it can feel sometimes that you're not in body, that you are not, your soul is leaving your body. And sometimes that happens because of we're shifting frequency and you become floaty. You could have headaches, feel drained and tired. And what they're reminding you to do here is to ground your energy, as simple as putting your feet on the earth, eating a nourishing meal, eating root vegetables. I'm seeing beetroot and carrot. They're showing me that eating some, lentils, anything that is of the earth, that is going to root you again, because you need to have strong roots so that you're not shaken by this energy. If you do not protect your grounding, if you do not, stay rooted, this energy will then easily kick you off balance. And then, it kicks you off your path, and you can become overwhelmed by the energy. So remember to stay grounded. I'm actually going to take my own advice, and do this myself today, because I feel that that's what needs to be done. And when we are healing, and especially if you're in the line of healing, when you are healing, it's always, some action and then pause, action and then pause. And the pause is the feminine energy saying, it's time to receive, especially if you are in a career or in, your social life. There's a lot of action, there's a lot of giving, there's a lot of doing. There needs to be space for being as well. You have to balance out that energy. Again, this is exactly why I think I shared the masculine and feminine energy. You have to balance it out. And I'll share with you, I've been in my masculine these past 3 weeks for a lot of the time, and it's no wonder that I'm feeling burnt out today, because I haven't received. I haven't given myself space to receive. And that's from me, first and foremost from myself. To allow myself to rest, to allow myself to nourish myself. What can happen if we don't do this balancing, Aquarius, is we develop unhealthy coping mechanisms so that we can continue. So we want to bypass, the healing and move on to the next level without doing the work, and that can create burnout. So be mindful of your rest, my dear Aquarians, and sending you so much of love and light, and good luck with your shine. Again, don't be afraid to be unapologetically who you are and stand in your light. Until next time, Aquarius.